It says a lot about where we are when in one breath we're discussing an 80,000 salary top-up for a public servant worker, and in the next we're talking about other workers around North Kildare who can't afford to light their home, cook a meal or turn on the heating. We've swapped the metaphorical cold house of the mother and baby homes for the literal cold house, where working families and our elderly wear their coats indoors or go to bed early simply to keep warm. Behind closed doors, our people are struggling with their emotional and mental health because of the extended lockdowns. In Kildare, we're on our 4th lockdown, Minister, hunkering down for the long haul, too many of us doing it in the cold. Imagine watching your children miserable, not able to be comfortable because they're too cold. Imagine being an older citizen, unable now to sit on the bus or the train to keep warm and save a couple of hours of heating because they can't do it now because they're isolating at home. Imagine how disempowering this is for parents and pensioners. This is not our tenement society of the last century. This is a successful society where luxury city pads lie empty while our tent cities are full, and working families in my constituency in North Kildare are grateful for the dark because nobody sees the St Vincent de Paul man coming. A successful society where there's money to burn on state overruns, where people with asthma, COPD and bronchitis suffer aggravations because of the cold of their home, and still more suffer cold-induced stress, anxiety and depression. Our plan would bring them in from the cold, literally, in the way that it matters. I commend my comrade Deputy Claire Curran and her PMB because we believe in a shared human dignity. We believe we live in each other's shelter, not in their shadow. Just think of the 475,000 people in receipt of the PUP last year, so many in my own constituency. I know from them how impossible it is to heat and eat on that money in the middle of the winter, in the middle of a pandemic. We're proposing anybody on the PUP would also get the fuel allowance and a double payment of that allowance for a fortnight in February. Crucially, we're calling on you, Minister, to set up an initial discretionary COVID fund of €5 million to help thousands of households with utility bills and in arrears. These debts are not just a social poison, they're a human degradation that social justice activists have long been warning about. The handling of COVID-19 is laying bare all the fault lines in our society. It's stripping away the veneer of our compassion. We're quarantining our people in the cold, and we must do better. And with this motion we can.